Hello and welcome back to MyAndyBuck.com. What I got behind me here is a 2018 Toyota RAV4. It's a vehicle that I received as a loaner car, a rental car, because my car was going to be in the shop for an airbag recall. And I figured this was a great opportunity to review the Toyota RAV4, as I've never really spent a whole lot of time in it. And my current job has me driving about 45 minutes one way, so I drive about 80 miles a day in a vehicle. So this should be a really great review of a 2018 Toyota RAV4 for those of you who drive a lot. This is going to be pretty interesting for you because it was interesting for me. We'll see how it all worked out. Take a look. This is a 2018 Toyota RAV4 LE in magnetic gray metallic. The styling of the RAV4 is not really my cup of tea. Toyota began incorporating a longer overhang over the front wheels a few years ago, and I believe that this makes the vehicle look a little out of proportion. But of course, that's all a matter of taste. The lines on this particular vehicle are rather plain by today's standards, with very little in the way of style or creasing as some other manufacturers have incorporated. The aluminum wheels on the Toyota RAV4 are sporty and stylish and gives this lesser expensive model a more upscale look. There's a large amount of storage in the back of the Toyota RAV4. The back seats, of course, fold down, and there's some cubby holes that are kind of nice to be able to store a few things. There's even a spot up by the back of the seats where you might be able to store some jumper cables or some tools in case you might need those. The cloth interior of the 2018 RAV4 is of great quality, and it is supportive over a long period of time in the car. One thing that I did not like about the interior is the gear shift knob. It seems to be an afterthought in the interior design, and it kind of looks cheap, even though it feels sturdy and of quality make. The storage areas included large cup holders that grip larger cups or smaller cups. However, I think the folks at Toyota forgot that everyone has a cell phone, and most of them are large. I could not find a good place for my Pixel XL without using one of the cup holders. It appears that there is a spot that they made for the cell phone, however the lip is so shallow that the phone flies out of that spot if you take a turn too fast. The touchscreen in the RAV4 was responsive and included the backup camera. However, it looked rather outdated, and it was not very easy to hit the small screen buttons when driving. Overall, the interior fit and finish is very well done, and when you're cruising at 70 miles an hour, there is very little wind noise, which is usually a good indicator of quality build. The 2018 Toyota RAV4 LE sports a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with 176 horsepower. This gives this small SUV plenty of zip around town and passing power on the highway. I don't think you'll be upset with the power of this vehicle. All right, so after all that information, you probably say, Andy, what's the verdict? What do you think about the Toyota RAV4? Well, here's my analysis of this vehicle. The Toyota RAV4 is a wonderful vehicle. It drives great, it rides great, it's very quiet. The engine is like a sewing machine. I averaged 32 miles per gallon at one point in the vehicle driving up and down the highway, which is more than you can say for most non-hybrid crossover vehicles. The vehicle in the LE model has adaptive cruise control, which is great if you're going to be driving a lot. The LE model, I believe it's an option on that car, but it's a great option to have. And the car rides and drives smooth. The only thing that I can say is the greatest description for the Toyota RAV4 is it's very lackluster. If you're somebody who just wants to get from point A to point B in a vehicle with great quality, you know, this is probably the vehicle for you. It would be a great vehicle for anybody. However, if you like to have a little pizzazz, a little zip in your life, a little excitement when you're driving, just in something that, you know, when you look at it, you kind of go, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I'm driving that. This may not be the vehicle for you. It's very utilitarian, and I'd recommend it to people. However, it wouldn't be my choice just because of its lack of excitement and lack of, I don't know, lack of personality, I guess you might say. It's kind of vanilla in a chocolate world. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.